The igniter on my old Blackstone went out the other night while I was trying to grill up some steaks on the Blackstone, so had to take them off, and that was super inconvenient. So today we're going to be doing a igniter replacement video on our Blackstone. I have an old 3-burner model. Most of the new ones are either 2 or 4, but this should work the same. I just won't plug in a 4th igniter on this one. But here's the Blackstone here. Here's the old 3-burner style. As you can see, they don't make them anymore. I don't mind the old 3-burner, but we're going to get into what tools you need. We're going to dig into this thing and get this igniter replaced, and I hope this helps you be able to replace your igniter if yours ever goes out. So let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take the hood and the griddle off of your Blackstone. So you're going to need, on this model, it's a Phillips head, and then it is a 3/8 bolt on the back. There's one on each side. So we're going to go ahead and take those off. That's pretty simple. You don't need to watch me do that. So we're going to do that. And then you slide your cooking surface on back from the lock position to the holes, and then it'll lift right off, and then we'll have access to the igniter and the burners underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll be right back. I decided to roll it in the garage. It's starting to get a little hot out there in the sun right now, but as you can see, there's 3 burners on this model here, and after taking the top off, there is, you're going to have to take off this Phillips head screw. It's got a little nut on the back. That's the little clip that holds the actual igniter parts in place. So we're going to go ahead and loosen all 3 of those up, and the igniter is actually hidden kind of behind this compartment, as you can see. So it looks like I'm going to have to take the front faceplate of this off, is what it looks like. So I'm going to have to pop these knobs off of here. All you do is just pull on these things and they just come right off, and it looks like you got 2 screws that hold those in. So we're going to pop the faceplate off, and then we're going to take a look at what the igniter looks like back there, and then get that off and then pop the new one on. All right, so things have escalated since the last segment here. So we got those clips off, as you can see, where all these are now free inside of here on the burners for the igniter. All the switches came off. You got the 2 screws like you seen in the last one here. And then the way that this faceplate that we're trying to get at, that the igniter is behind, is a horrible design, but they got 1 screw in there, and then if you come under here, you can see the other screw right there. You got to fight this stupid shelf that's in your way. And then it's the same thing on the other side. Is I took that shelf off, and these screws are so rusty when you go to take these out. Either spray some penetrating oil or something, but I had to get a little vice grip because I started stripping and rounding the head off there on that bit. But there's also, you can see that one you got to remove underneath it as well. And then there is one you can see I removed right there as well. That one too, that holds the front faceplate on. So it's like that underneath on both sides. So I'm going to finish getting that stripped head out of there, and then we'll take the faceplate off, and then I'll show you what it looks like on the back side, and then hopefully we can get this igniter replaced. So we went ahead and pulled the faceplate away. As you can see, this is what it now looks like under here. There is the igniter that we are going after. There is your gas line that feeds from the tank and then goes into there for your burners. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to unplug those from the igniter that run up there to your burner. So we're going to unplug those. We're going to put the new igniter on, run the lines to the burners, and then put all this back together. So I'll be back in just a second. All right, so here we are on the back side of the panel here. As you can see, there is our igniter, the old one that we are going to get out of here. It's pretty simple. The way it comes off is you just unscrew this cap, get rid of that, and then there is a little, I guess, nut you would call it, that's holding it on this side, and then the igniter feeds through. So all you do is just unscrew this guy. And then that comes off. Ignore that. And then that just comes right on out. So get rid of that junk. And here is our igniter from China. Here is the exact barcode on it here, the one that I ordered off of Scamazon, but looks to be the same igniter. This has 4 spots on it for, if you can see it there, the lighting kind of sucks, but we're just going to hook up 3 of them because I just have the 3 burner. All the modern new ones, they have 4, but we're just not going to hook one of these up, so it's not a big deal. So I'm going to get this all hooked up, and then we're going to reroute. I might even be able to use the old ones that are in there, those lines or whatever you want to call those that go to the burner that set the fire. But I'm going to go ahead and get this remounted back on there. It's pretty straightforward. You just pop that through there and then run your nut on the other side, and then run your lines, and then do all this over again and put it back together. So we'll start doing that. So the new igniter is now in the shielded box that came on the original one, and then here is the new button on the other side. Before I put it on, I just went and hit it real quick to make sure it works, and as you can hear and see, you probably can't see it, but it does work. So I think I decided I'm going to go ahead and reuse. They already got it routed real nice with the zip ties and all that stuff and all the correct length, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the old ones. All you do is just, I won't be able to video it, but just plug it into the port, the 1, 2, 3, the top ports there, plug it in, and then we're going to bolt all these back together, and ignore that and all the spots, and then let's see if we can get her fired up. So I was wrong, and I had to take this all back apart again. Is for the 4 burners, trying to use this for a 3 burner because they don't make 3 burner parts anymore, is I put the new igniter over here, but the problem was is I got it all put back together and I wasn't getting any spark on these 2 whatever you want to call them, spark plug, whatever you call that. I can't think of the term of it right now, but it was lighting off that one really good, but then when I opened all this back up, is this open terminal was jumping in between all these different ones and kind of like shorting it out to where it wasn't getting any spark over here on these ones. So what I ended up doing is I kind of thought about putting some type of plug in there. So what I did is I took one of my old plugs here, one of these guys, and then I just cut the end off of it flush with the clip in there, and then I electrical taped the crap out of it. It's not going to hurt it, not going to do anything, but I went in there and retested it, and now as you can maybe see, but you can hear them all now, is, oh yeah, you can see that spark on there now. So I'm going to put it all back together for a second time and try it out with the flame and see if it works. So here's the final test. We got all the new electrodes and everything run. We'll do that burner number 1. That fired off good. Burner number 2 fires up instantly. And then burner number 3. Yep, that lights off too. You can hear the difference in how much stronger those are now. All right, well, we got that all done. This is an old 3 burner one, so if you got an old 3 burner Blackstone like I do, you can use the 4. I can't find the parts for the 3 burners anymore, so you just gotta have to make do with what you got. So you can get the 4 burner igniter, but you're just gonna have to plug it off like I showed you in that last clip there. So it'll work and it'll do the job. So I hope this helps you out with your old Blackstone, or even if you have a 4 burner and all the new ones, all the parts are pretty much the same and they're all made pretty much the same. So appreciate you guys watching the video. If you could, like it, and if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and drop them down below there, and I'll get back with you and answer any type of questions that you have. So appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one.